Series wrapping up the fall season and the message to the guys as you conclude.
Just got really good growth through the entire fall from where we started, how we ended. Our coach staff loves that. And then, kind of the keys now as we wrap up fall, and we'll have our World Series payoff tomorrow, and then we'll talk about our fall evaluations, have our player meetings, and then talk about what's the one thing you can do to be better when you come back, because it's tough when you're not with the group and have that accountability every day. But we had a great fall, and then we'll start talking about the next steps, getting back here first day of school January in preparation for the 24 season.
What jumps out at you from the fall in terms of how you got better?
Yeah, 20 plus guys coming together, start working together, getting those guys worked into some roles, and those have to be crystallized in January. But nonetheless, feeling like you got a lot of guys coming from a lot of different places and coming together, starting to work, and then by the end of the fall, feel like you have a closer group and feel like you have more answers. And for me as a head coach, I feel like that, with 80% of our innings coming back, that we have some guys that we can lean on and trust. And you're hoping like a Joseph Gonzalez comes back healthy in the spring, but having all those innings back and then having some new guys that we're excited about, you feel cautiously optimistic about your pitching staff. And then having some veteran guys come with some big holes that we had. We've talked about shortstop, third base, big holes to fill, and we feel like 4 guys have done an amazing job with that. Cooper Weiss, a veteran transfer, Javon Hernandez doing a great job, Caden Green, a returner, Derek Fabian, a transfer coming in here and doing good. Our 3 catchers, I thought, did a nice job, but just all the way around. Getting Cooper McMurray back for this fall World Series and him hitting 2 home runs, you're like, man, that's a piece that's been missing all fall. So that's good to see at the very end. But I can see enough power, enough speed, some base running. I think we can defend the field. And like I said, we just got to keep growing and getting better through a phase where it's going to be 45 days or so where we're not together as a group. And can every person, find a way to come back and rejoin us and be a tick better. That's a huge challenge, but that's the one that we'll present for this club.
Who caught your eye during the World Series?
Just overall, I thought the guys just absolutely played well. I thought both teams, they were evenly matched in the draft, and then I just thought guys come out and started playing. Been waiting for Bobby Pierce to answer the question. Is just a guy that has a track record, a guy I believe in, a guy can be right in the middle of our lineup, an everyday player. And then he just really started having at-bats in this fall World Series. I just mentioned Cooper McMurray. Just absolutely, we know he does something. And I think him coming through a second year, hitting double-digit home runs last year, but just that experience. Ike Irish, we're going to continue to work, but I don't think he's just a DH this year. I think our team's better with him on the field, whether it's catcher, right field. He played 2 or 3 weeks of first base last year. Him being on the field, I think, gives us another bat and some DH options that we have. Up and down the lineup, I think we had some guys get hot that helped us and feel like we lengthened our lineup a little bit here for this fall World Series, because offensively we've been slow, and I think that's because of all the pitching that we do have back, and I think it was because we only have 47% of our offense back. So I think it's taken time, but I'm starting to see better and better at bats and see some power, see some guys with some running game potential. But I'm really happy what's happened in the middle of the infield. Defensively, we feel good again, and that's been huge for our clubs these last few years. We feel like we got some catching with Ike and Wright, but we're excited about Strickland, the freshman. So I think we're strong again up the middle defensively if we stay healthy. The pitching, like I said, cautiously optimistic, and we just keep having these better and better and grow into our at-bats, then we think we can construct a lineup that can be competitive.
And how about your arms during the World Series? I know the first game was kind of a pitching duel, right?
Yeah, I have to say I thought a little bit going into it. I think so much of the fall that Chase Halsop and Cam Tilley had, and the blue team did a really good job there. And then that was a huge difference because you scored runs on a couple guys that really pitched as better than anybody all fall. I thought those two, and the blue team rallied in and got a few runs off those guys. And then, we talk about relievers. The goal of a reliever is get the first guy out. and the blue team did. The relievers come in, and the difference in the series is those relievers for blue got the first guy out, and the orange guys come in, and a couple guys got on before they started collecting outs, and that wound up being a difference in the series.
You having steak or hot dogs tomorrow night?
I always have steak. So, I mean, there's some challenges along the way when we get busy and all that, but I set myself up pretty good for the Fall World Series. So this will be the 9th consecutive year of steak for me.
I'll take my medium.
Come on.